Again, quite high, I think. You see what you've done, Ducky? You've taken an unloved team and made them fashionable. You're a trendsetter, man.
Oh, we've got a game. Ha ha, you were dead versus Boing Boing Splat.
Space Cadet says the stream summary graph will look like the Enron stock value in 2002. Which, of course, gave rise to Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which I made a career out of for about 5 years. Funny old world, isn't it? 6 degrees and all that. Pedro, I can't believe you hate Bretonians. They speak so highly of you. That comes as a shock.
What's your opinion on Bretonians, Andy? I was quite surprised how well they are doing, and everybody was laughing at them at the start a little bit. With all that fan spam, etc.
What's my opinion on Bretonians?
Yeah.
That a well-built Bretonian side is definitely going to be a handful because they're fairly TV efficient. They're not hyper efficient like dwarves or Amazons, but they're pretty good. A 1300 Bretonian team will have 4 or 5 guard potentially, 4 blodge players. So they're all right.
Well, like I say, Ducky, foul your way to 2 titles. So, they can't be that bad, can they?
Well, we just had in the OCC the champion and the runner-up Bretonians last season.
I think Andy played the champions last season, didn't he? How did that go, Andy? When he played Pidpad's Bretts? Nurgis, sadly this is last game today, mate, but we'll be back on tomorrow evening, late afternoon at 4:30 tomorrow? 4 o'clock? 4:30?
Yeah.
4 o'clock?
4. Depends. What time do you need? Because I can do whatever you need.
I'm totally flexible. You need that schedule put back on the Twitch page. Because it's the same every week, pretty much, folks. And we did have... Is it back?
Yep.
Yes, it's back. Wonderful. If you scroll down the 1-2 second box, gives you the regular stream times. ArchXL, hello mate, how you doing? Nurgis, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, ArchXL, hard lines, mate. Just woke up in time for the last game. The great news is these will be available tomorrow on... I can't do it. Gruff asks what happened to Andy's Facebook page. There's a link below and it's still there chuffing away. Folks periodically look at it. So it's a bit yesterday Facebook though, isn't it? It's Andy's MySpace page, hardly gets any traffic. What we intended to do was get Twitter, but neither of us could be asked. So we should do, really. I saw Adam on Call of Cthulhu was talking about the Twitter page quite a bit. Grindle, yep, the regular schedule is now on the page. In fact, it always was. It's just Andy had disabled it for some reason, only he knows why. But if you hit refresh and scroll down, you'll see it then. ArchXL, when is Andy going on Instagram? That's a good question. Well, he was going to go on Vine, weren't you? But then you've missed that chance now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that'll do.
Flackenrath predicts first dice he gets, first crying. Coming said it first. Look, I've been training him for months now to take adversity in good spirit and good grace. So no, he'll be fine, probably. Right, and here we go. Killjoy, newly leveled up, raring to go, ready to press on.
Alright.
Oh, Flackenrath talked about Andy's opponent.
Oh, is he a bit of a...
Possibly.
what's it?
Yeah, but Flackenrath played him recently and said he was very. I think he was being diplomatic. Said chatty, but benefit of the doubt. Who knows? Kafuso might tune in. So let's be polite about him. Another Chaos team. Can't move for Chaos teams now.
Yeah.
So we've got a rather tasty agility dodge goat. Needs block obviously, but his first 2 skills is a future star. Guard Oz first skill on a Chaos Warrior. I'll see where he's going with that.
God, on 2 skills. Two Chaos Warriors first skill.
Oh, yeah, you're quite right. How much inducements have you give him here, Andy?
He's given me, and it's 100. I've got a bribe.
Oh, okay.
Now, I've just noticed the first thing is he's only got 2 rerolls, and he's only got 2 players with block on the entire team. So it wouldn't be insane to expect some turnovers from blocking actions.
Yes.
The other thing that he's got to do, he's got to make a 3+ pickup, no sure hands here as well.
2+, he's got an agility goat.
He's already walked that forward.
Yep, he didn't move it.
He might leave the ball on the floor. Not recommending it, just saying he might.
Yeah, he might.
Farron taking a block like a boss there. No bueno for the Minotaur.
Prehensile tail on the Minotaur as first skill is questionable, I think.
Yeah.
You've got to be so careful in case they subsequently join the show and then watch the replay. It's a bold choice.
It's a bold choice, yes.
We've got all sorts of... Just edit this out afterwards. But we've got all sorts of euphemisms for... That's fucking terrible. So basically, we're just as scathing as Jimmy is. We just dress it up in coded terms. Sorry, Jimmy. I haven't seen Jimmy today. Normally pops by, doesn't he?
I mean, I like creative builds really more than your average player, probably, or average coach, but when I try to see the reason for the prehensile tail, I'm not really seeing it.
I'd back, the agility goat, no arguments, and guard first on the Warriors. It does do something. It probably wouldn't be my choice, but there is a logic to it. It's not just flat out mad. I wouldn't have said.
Yeah, I can get behind the guards, definitely.
Lil Baz says, when Andy types, I hope you're well, to his opponent, it comes across as insincere. I think you're reading context into something that isn't there, but okay.
Well, if you take it that Andy is being sincere, that he wants to offer a pleasant greeting, you know Andy well enough that is what he had in mind. He's not sort of taking the piss, is he? Helgen asks, was there a blitz then?
Yeah, there was a blitz. It was this guarding guy here. Now, do you know what I want to do? What I want to do is... I'm going to leap through there, I think.
Oh, Clayman, don't think we've spoken before. Welcome to the programme. Nice to make your acquaintance. Do you know what? Somebody's going to say we had an extensive discussion just last week, so you feckless twat, you've completely forgotten. But that hasn't happened yet, so I'll go with that. Welcome to the programme.
You did that to me when you two started out, or near the start.
Oh,
was, I think, the second stream I joined for, as in the chat.
Yeah, but I know who you are anyway. Oh, Clayman says it's the third time. Oh, man. Busted. Is it really, or are you just having a laugh? Is it really? There is no pressure for you to write Clayman, and apologies, I'd slipped my mind. Thank you very much.
Occasion that gets up now.
If you hit the follow button, mate, you get a little film or GIF, I think the kids are calling them these days. But no, we haven't got many of those exclamation mark commands enabled. We did suggest it, but a lot of folks went, actually, no, don't bother, because it gets a bit annoying after the first couple of times. Horses for courses, I guess. Sorry, fan folks. I know we've only had approximately I don't know 5,000 people walk through the stream at various stages over the last 7 months, and I've completely failed to memorise them all. But Clayman, we both knew the risks coming into this, so I think we got away with it. Though, I tell you what, let's edit that. We'll redo it for the final YouTube upload. Nice to see you again, Clayman. Hey, how you doing since we last spoke? How about that? There you go. Helgen, stop it. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You mean you don't like Kelly, the woman I'm going to marry. Now you've upset Nurgis's sister-in-law as well, making me reveal that. Or a grandma, at least. Ah, London Lemming is Nexus. Hello, Nexus. How you doing, mate? I remember Nexus very well. We played each other many times.
Just the 3
Ah, okay. Space Cadet, there could be. God knows. What you see so far in terms of technology being employed, that in itself is a minor miracle, so I'm not too critical on that.
Fucking hell, fuck!
State Mittens, give me the ball. Yeah, fuck, good job, mate. Well done, State Mittens. Nurgis, thank you for popping by, buddy. Always great to see you. Grindle, no, we've already established. Don't give Mel my regards. Give Mel's grandma my regards. Has she ever been to Leicester? Was it the mittens that made the ball a bit difficult to catch? Could be. Could be. Do you know, I'd have thought he'd have taken them both down there, though I see what he's going for, but that's...
This has got all sorts of where the fuck is this going to go written all over it.
Huge. It depends, isn't it, really?
Oh, okay, so he's going to go that way. Fine.
Woodman Gamer, good afternoon. Are you well?
He's now got to make a 3+ pickup. No reroll. So, third of the time.
Don't worry about the agility. Killjoy's going to eat it in a minute. Do you know, I'm not so sure why he's re-rolled that now that I see him. He's done it. What was there? I assumed it was because he wanted to push agility go onto the ball and hopefully pop it out of any Kislev player tackle zones.
Well, what he was going for was trying to take the prehensile tail off his agility 4 dodge guy. I get that. Yeah, makes sense. But
right, okay.
But he had a push already on the first roll.
yeah, I'm just So I'm not justifying it. I'm explaining. I suspect what went through our opponent's head.
Well, hopefully, when it's your turn, a massive bear claw. Killjoy, I believe.
This is huge, absolutely huge.
Yep, Archer XL is absolutely correct. Diving catch doesn't give you a +1 on handoffs, which is not an obvious fact, but there you go. T, hello mate, how you doing? Folks, if you don't know Richard's T, and I'm sure most of you do, Richard's T is a regular Blood Bowl streamer and does a very nice show indeed. T, if you'd like to pop a link to your channel in the chat, please feel free. And if you would like to check T out, folks, heartily recommend it. Have a look at this link and hit follow. Oh, T, thank you very much, buddy. Alark asks, have I ever sold used cars or something? I was an independent financial advisor for 10 years, so I guess you could say I was an insurance salesman. So yeah, I have. Gruff points out that T's got 4 or 5 of his regular stream audience in the same OCC division as him this season. Duderino's never been streamed? Oh, sorry, mate. Duderino, are you in either of your divisions this season in the same division as any of the regular streamers? Because that's your easiest route, isn't it? Dinabodo, I did indeed. I'll be working for a large insurance company in Leicester, helping managing their customer service department. Now T and Duderino are in the same division. So I'm be surprised if T doesn't stream that, Duderino. So there you go. White Rabbit, thank you very much, buddy. About bloody time, eh? But yes, massive sense of relief. And I've been annoying Andy for the last couple of days because I've been in such a sparklingly good mood. T, bon appetit, and see you shortly, bud.
For fuck's sake, you ball!
No, not that way!
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's not where you wanted the ball to go.
It's a bit out of sight by now. If you could pick the fucker up.
Dino, yeah, the one with the really shit work hours. No, didn't get that. That was for the student loans company. Which, imagine if that got out and I got a job there. That'd be popular. That's one of them, traffic warden, isn't it? No, I didn't get that one. This one's got slightly flaky hours initially, but I think after a few months I might get a different schedule. But no, the stream remains intact. I just missed 2 hours of the Tuesday show. Noamto, customer service was always going to get an element of challenge, but then kind of that's the point. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Well, Dr. Nick, having interviewed at the student loans place, I'm not surprised that the guy that interviewed me, who was fairly senior, was absolutely flat as a pancake. Miserable fucker, really was. So, yeah, you're probably right thinking that they're all terrible. Oh, have we just appoed Pedro Jack there?
Yeah, I don't want to play with 10. My massive worry now is though that
Killjoy get killed.
No, the game's going to go to half. I don't know. The game's going to go to half time, and he'll somehow steal the ball off us and score. Say steal the ball off him. Like this should.
This is his drive.
Yeah.
Are you considering buying an extra player?
I have, but they're injured, and I have no money because we lost the last 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, you see, Andy that's the genius of it. I am management, so yes, I plan to make customer service as difficult as possible. Not really. I mean, customer service management shouldn't make life difficult for the teams. Quite the opposite. Possibly, just the ones that you've come across aren't very good at it. I would hazard a guess.
6-6.
Oh, hello, chink of light.
Nope.
That's a train coming in. Okay.
Yeah, this is 1-0 in the wrong direction. We should be up here. But then that's what's happened with all the Kislev games, isn't it? We should have won them, but just silliness.
No, Amto, well, that's the challenge, mate. I've been a customer of this company I'm working for, and they weren't bad actually when I've dealt with them. I think a lot of the time I'm thinking, well, I've seen worse. Right. Oh dear, Rachel. I missed the follow there because I was sorry. I was just replying to Dark there. Who just followed that? Oh, I can see it in the little thingy here. From Frimfrull, which is a fantastic name. Thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the show. From Frimfrull. I like it. Bucket Bong, no. Here's the even better part. They don't start mid to late January. From Frill, give us a wave so everybody can greet you. Welcome aboard. Really, it was that bounce has just flipped everything from turnover on the cards to oh shit, he's going to score after all. Jester, thank you very much indeed, my friend, and good afternoon. Killjoy's MVP so far. Well, it's not a very high bar so far this game at Killjoy, but yeah, okay, you can have that. T says, what's he missed? Oh, the Kislev lost the ball. Admittedly, it's Kafuso's drive, so shouldn't be too upset, but we were on for turning him over, and now not so much. Fan Fox, yeah. Exactly my thinking. Sorry, Bo, go on.
Oh, that's the thing about Kislev, isn't it? They are sort of counting on scoring on their opponent's turn.
Having watched this too... Oh, got one. Hello.
That's good. Chaos team doesn't have any substitutes either, so they're down a player now.
Indeed. Well, having watched this team for 10 games, I want to say, something like that, that very often happens. It's the agility 4 catchers with the legs business. Very mobile and they're terrific at nipping in and snaffling off the ball, and that has happened on multiple occasions. Oh, Kafuso's not happy. I'm guessing Kafuso won't be watching the stream. Oh dear, yeah. Flackenrath is being proved right.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do that was particularly bad, Andy?
Fouled one of the Chaos Warriors.
Through a foul. Right, okay. Oh dear. Okay.
I mean, you've
Well-
got it right. What did he expect?
Well, you're probably better at stop fouling the players now, eh?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly the likely response you're going to get by saying something like that. Oh, no, wait, hang on. No, it isn't. Flash, flash, flash. Look a noob. I've not heard that one, Squirrel Dude, but it sounds a winner. Penseville says, if you kill my killer team, you're a bitch. Yeah, I know. I think if you play teams like Chorvs or Chaos or Nurgle, you've really got to take the rough with the smooth. I try not to be too salty if a killer player gets chinned, because they've kind of it's live by the sword, die by the sword, isn't it? Oh god, this is really taking some traction. Pathless Satan chimes in with 360 no scope bitch play champion 2017.
That's alright, what I'll do now is I won't foul him as much. Oh no. Right.
Well, he's had one who injured, Alak, so if we keep going and get another one, hey, fingers crossed. 3 points, lovely. Ah, right, it's a Kanoa meme. I've only seen little bits of Kanoa, to be honest, Squirrel Dude, so thank you for the tip. Villanic says, in all honesty, I don't think anything will ever beat Burned saying, catch! And fireballing a cluster of Jimmy's players, wrecking 3 of them. I'm sure that Jimmy had a jolly good laugh about it afterwards and saw the funny side. I mean, putting aside everything else, that is quite a funny thing to say.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
State Mitten says he feels like he missed something important. No, opponent scored, mate, but moments previously, Andy felled a Chaos Warrior into casualty, and opponent didn't like it. Distorter like that one. So it was Burned a Blood Bowl streamer, or was it just a player that somebody else caught on stream? Dougie says, better yet, said players were stat freaks while on the way to World Cup qualification. Actually, no, I remember seeing that team. This was the Chaos lot, wasn't it? Bunch of strength boosts, I think. Grindle says, weird how Burn disappeared before Andy started streaming. Convenient, even. Right, Burned was a Blood Bowl stream sniper that played only to wreck teams who literally threw the ball back to the opponent. Oh, right. Well, he sounds like a bag of laughs. Yeah, great. Okay. Oh, and he did it particularly trying to snipe World Cup qualification teams. Well, look, who knows what medicine he was on, you know. Jelly, that's quite a depressing thought. There's plenty of good players in the Blood Bowl community, but I mean, if you're talking about, you know, several thousand people that play, you're not going to get everybody who's a total expert, are you? But I says, Andy, stop trying to huss his players. It's not sportsmanlike.
Well. Alright, well, he's down 2 Chaos Warriors. That's good.
Ronnie Summer says he was great fun and he was an amazing player who had a lot of fun. It's a matter of perspective. I guess if you're in the position that you've been slogging away for 30 games and your team's in good shape, qualifying for the championship finals, and then you meet him and he just tarts about and destroys the team and you've got 45 hours down the tubes, you might be forgiven for not seeing the funny side. But, you know, perspective, isn't it?
I don't know. People take it too seriously a lot of the time.
Someone's tilting.
Yeah.
Would you say that for the minnow blitz?
Look where he's pushed him. Watch what happens next.
He's going to foul him, isn't he? Well, hasn't got any bribes though, so what would be great now is if Pedro Jack... Pedro, by the way, this is you on the floor looking unvulnerable. It'd be great if he'd do a passive removal, wouldn't it? I mean, he might not, because he hasn't got many assists going. I'm starting to... oh no, he didn't. Okay.
I'm disappointed. Right.
Fanfox said he never heard Byrne start an anecdote with this one time at Nando's. Yeah, okay. Swings and roundabouts. Apparently Byrne used to do amusing monologues, so they're now pretty convinced that you and he are not the same person. I don't know why they think that. No, Killjoy, no!
We got him.
Oh, well, in a way, yes, so that was on purpose. Well done, Killjoy. Well done.
Dead.
Broken neck as well.
Yep.
He's not going to be happy with that, is he? Hopefully this will work and won't be broken neck into dead.
It is. Broken neck into dead.
Yep,
Is
it
it?
is.
Oh dear. Well, what you need is a talented chiropractor. Unfortunately, we've got this maniac who's just twisted his head off. Sorry, he's dead. He'd only got a pinched nerve, Villanick, you know. Jesus, that's not normally fatal. Right, I'm just waiting to see the chat now. He's not going to be very happy with that, is he?
Well, he's just turned
Oh,
over.
I
as well.
know.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. Are you gonna decline the wrestle just to turn over?
Because then I can foul it.
Yeah, I know. Dirty.
I mean, this is what I like about the league play in the OCC is when things like this happen. Since you know you're going to play these people again, and you're all in a very close group together, it takes the edge off a little bit.
Beyond that, and I completely agree. Beyond that, if you're using Discord, so you're talking to each other, it also really roughs the pain away. That if your opponent goes, "Oh, mate, that was seriously unlucky," and know he means it, it's a lot easier to take than when just in some anonymous dicing, you know.
Yeah.
Lil Baz wants to offer his congratulations to Killjoy. Definitely a slow burn, but steady progress. Noamto's wondering how about scoring. That is a very real possibility, Noamto. Alarx, no, just keep on murdering the Chaos players. Yeah, Killjoy's right. It's about time for a bitch play, isn't it, Andrew?
I've got one coming right up.
Nanto, I can help you out with that. We're expecting the seedings to be coming out over the weekend. So any moment. And cheers, Jelliel. I keep forgetting Jelliel's an admin in OCC. Normally, his personality and admin don't really sit together. It's like sort of Wild West Mexican bandit is also a tax inspector, you know. Aren't you an admin? I'm sure you were a red suit. You're not a red suit anymore, Jelliel.
Oh, it's a shame. Double two.
Bitch play denied. Jelliel, you were an admin, weren't you? I'm not just imagining it, am I? Oh, God, is that started again? I'll have to get the tablet sound. Bork, you're supposed to help me out here and say, yes, son, you're remembering correctly. Jelliel has been an admin for a long time, but currently isn't. You can't remember either, can you?
No, I can't remember whether Jalio was... I mean, he might have been not so recently. And it rings a bell, yeah.
Failure GFI.
No, he says he never was. I'm sure he was a red suit. Oh, well. Jelliel, forgive me.
It was a silly play. What would everyone like to see in the next season, by the way, race-wise, for Champ Ladder? It does need to be something we haven't done before, or ideally needs to be something we haven't done before. Is there a big push for a specific race? I'm curious.
Well, Newcastle could do with a couple of Brazilians, couldn't they?
Skaven. Skaven, no. As much fun as Skaven are, they can fuck right off. Oh, 2 dice uphill. Dunk, try and have a guess what the result might be.
There you
Flash,
go.
flash.
There's my guess. We've got an emote for that, haven't we, everyone?
Thanks, Killjoy. I'm trying my best. Being all diplomatic.
Right, 7 squares away, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to stand there next to the 12, and then we can score. If we can get further forward, that's great. If we can't, it doesn't matter. Up you get.
Jelliel, you in OCC this season? I thought you were. But they come to
Jalio
you.
definitely played in the OCC. I know that.
I thought this was the case.
And he still does, yeah. See?
Leozar, good afternoon. Hey, thank you very much for the congratulations, mate. Very, very relieved with that. And you're sure you're not an admin, Jelliel? Okay, alright, take your word for it.
Lotto Bob, while I support the underworld, vote there. I think Underworld Pass Block is a little bit too out there, even for my taste.
I think we stood there. It's no good. So we get there. Check its screen from there. Probably can't screen it.
Andy, there is disappointment that you didn't take the surf option.
It's not
Just-
worth it with the only having one reroll left. I did see it. You can get around the back of that and then push it off, but right, it's the wrong turn.
Yes, you have to be looking at scoring now and do everything to make sure you have good options to score in the end.
Yes.
There have been quite a few Pro Elf votes as well.
Oh, requests to play Pro Elves.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
I think I'm about as enthusiastic about as pros as I am about high elves. Do you really want to do that? Can you do wood elves instead? They're much more exciting, I think.
No, I think I would prefer Pro from the two, or including High Elves as well. So from the three, I would prefer Pro Elves. They're a bit of a challenge, a bit more than Wood Elves, for example. And High Elves are just boring most of the time until they're very, very developed.
Well, I have to admit, I was spending the following 2 minutes, 3 minutes playing my actual turn. What was the general gist? What was the request?
There are a lot of different teams. I haven't
Was there
run a tally or anything, but I saw a lot of Skaven and only a couple of Underworlds, quite a few Pro Elves, and Amazons. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, make a poll.
John, the problem with doing the
It has
polls
to be a
is
poll.
that they'll do a poll, then they'll get a result Andy doesn't like, and then they'll keep doing polls until he gets a result that he wanted anyway. So it's actually a massive waste of time.
That's not true.
All right. Well, Andy, if you want a poll, please could you nominate a volunteer, and don't make more than one poll, folks, because then people split the votes and it's a real nightmare. Could you nominate somebody who volunteers who can make you a poll?
Who's good at making polls?
But please don't just make one. Just say me and he'll pick one. Because if you have multiple polls, it's really confusing. Villainic, you may very well think that. I couldn't possibly comment. Yeah, Pseudo's good at making polls, but he's not here. I think he's still sleepy. It's like it's still early morning with Pseudo. Oh, congratulations! You seem to have equalised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 1-1 and he's only got 9 left now.
BCL, I've got no more control over this than you do, mate. So if you want to do it, jump in. I never claimed to be particularly techno whiz.
Why has he
I
paused
have
it?
to go for lunch, says your opponent.
Huh?
No tar.
You can't just... What? You can't just decide to go for lunch. What were you meant to do? Sit here and watch? Oh, get lost. Well, Andy, type something in the stream, sort of like, sorry, mate, got 150 people watching the stream here. We're not gonna sit and watch whilst you go and have a sandwich. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I'm with Woodman Gamer here. This is genuinely new. Wow. Frank says, ask him what he's having. Recommend chicken and tuna. To be honest, John, it's not outrageous enough to really grass him up to the admins. It's more just kind of mind-boggling. He's either having a laugh and trying to troll us, or just daft and thinks that folks are going to do that.
He's off for a cheeky Nando's. Maybe he is indeed off for a cheeky Nando's. I wonder at what point people will be able to...
So does he keep hitting pause?
Yeah,
Is that him doing?
I have lunch, bitch.
Well, as we've proved, eating and playing Blood Bowl are not mutually exclusive activities.
No, I've just said to him go fetch it. He only gets 3 pauses. Oh, right, okay. You know, if he'd have just said...
Yeah, that is interesting. Thank you for clearing that up. I've never really seen anybody use pause as a troll tool before. I mean, he might be genuinely, his mum saying, Barry, it's time for your lunch. Fish fingers.
Yes.
Yeah. If he'd have said, would you mind pausing it for a minute while I go and fetch my lunch? Totally fine. Not, I'm going for lunch. Like, he's just done it wrong, hasn't he?
Well, I have lunch, bitch, is not really going to win him any friends, is it? So there you go.
And there's Killjoy with a pole.
Are these all the same? The same poll, right?
Looks like the same number, yeah.
Okay, good. Killjoy, thank you very much.
No orcs or dwarves in the poll. We've done orcs recently, and I'm planning on putting dwarves in there. The ones that I'm actually sort of interested in, so don't waste votes on races that aren't really in my school of thought. Humans, Amazons, lizard men, wood elves are probably the 4 that I would be seriously considering, and I am looking to pick from. I'm more interested in what do people want to play from that pile. Right, has he got a guard one on the line? Yes, he has. So he can block that way.
Nuanto's right. Your opponent's just referred to his mother as a lunch bitch. Wow. You don't get fed very long if you keep doing that, do you?
Did not.
That's creative interpretation.
I wonder if I can pick it up and score with a blitzer.
I wonder how long he's actually going to be away for. Yeah, Ben's right. He might just be having a bitch for every meal. So he's having bitch for lunch. Could be that, couldn't it? Grim Hammer, good afternoon. You must be quite confused about this conversation you've just walked into. Baz says make sure he puts plenty of salt on his lunch. Oh dear. Quite an obvious one. To bring you up to speed, Grimhammer, Andy's opponent's been a bit spicy. And he's just hit pause announcing, I'm going for lunch. So Andy unpaused and said, look, we've got 150 people watching this. Can you not fetch it? And then he comes back with, I said I'm having lunch, bitch. And that was it. So we'll wait to see what happens next.
Probably a 4-1 Andy victory because I get to run it in every 2 turns. But, you never know.
Okay. I mean, it's not like we're having all the Champ Ladder admins on the show on Thursday, so we wouldn't be able to say, by the way, lads, there's a YouTube video, someone trolling, please could you disinvite him to participate ever again? And by the way, let all the other league admins know, can you add this guy to your blacklist? I'm not saying that has happened before, but yes, it has. And it totally works.
It does as well, yeah. Andy,
Grimhammer, yes, I was being diplomatic. Spicy is a euphemism. Yes. Ben's now cheering for it's now is Killjoy's time. Give him the ball. I can think of several people who can get right behind that one, Ben. Well, Skiro, I think what Andy said earlier is probably bob on. That if he'd been a little more civil about it, saying, hey, look, I'm sorry, I need to go and grab my lunch. Do you mind if we pause for a couple of minutes? No problem at all. But the just declaring pause, I'm going for lunch, i.e. I could be going for two Nando's set dinners for an hour, and then coming back with I said I'm having lunch bitch, it really kind of dries up any kind of empathy you might have otherwise had. Yep. Killjoy, don't worry, you're just getting warmed up. It's not that you've got confused. You're surveying things, deciding exactly what the best plan is. Jelliel, I know, mate. I know. I'm erring on side of examining the benefit of the doubt scenario. I don't for a minute imagine he's having lunch. He's just messing around.
Yeah, but because it's 1-1, I'm not sure I want to score really quickly, because he might well be sat at his computer, so he might then come back and I might have to then take something, because I've got a guaranteed win here at the moment. What do we do?
Keep hitting them and fouling them. Well, you don't have to foul them, even just keep hitting them.
maybe keep hit them and foul them.
Leazar, no, but Killjoy's not always big guys, just particularly like to look at the Kislev Bear, and so we bang Kislev Bear for Killjoy. I think next time around probably be something else. A lot of teams that Andy plays don't feature big guys.
Correct.
Did the Orcs have a troll? I think the Orcs had a troll, but the Chaos lads didn't have a Minotaur in any of the iterations.
So the vote, by the way, the current standing is Underworld slightly in the lead, 10 votes, followed by Pro Elves, 8 votes. And then a lot of teams on 4 votes. That's Amazons, Norse, and Wood Elves.
Okay.
Leazar asks us both for opinion on Undead, and I'll add Bork into that. For my 2 cents, I think Undead are really good. They are capable right out the box and get very handy without having a crazy amount of team value. So particularly for Champs Ladder, I think they're a very viable team, and I quite like in watching the talking about regeneration team play. So Bork, what do you think of Undead?
I agree that for Ladder, due to their efficiency and the having all the tools for the job right out of the gate, they are very, very well suited. Same goes for tournaments like Resurrection tournaments. I think they are mediocre only for long-term league play, where the TV efficiency doesn't play as much of a role later on in the higher tiers, since they can be very fragile with the 4 ghouls, and since they suffer a lot if their positionals get removed, have to retire and be rebuilt. It's a lot more difficult for them in League.
They don't scale well at the top end. That a big Nurgle Chaos, Orc even, lizards can boss them around a bit. That the mummies get overwhelmed. Is definitely a thing. But then, I mean, having said that, Anton did very well with Undead in UK Bubble for quite a while.
Yeah, they are not bad. We have had champions in the OCC, Undead champions as well. So, no, they're not bad, but a little bit tricky. No, definitely not as overpowered as they are starting out.
No, Killjoy, the pushes, I think, is what Andrew's looking for. I think. Confirm or deny, Mr. Darvo?
Yep. Confirm. One more and then he's gone.
2 more, sir.
Oh, well, yeah, the last one's given, hopefully.
Boink. Oh, it's all coming together, look. Oh!
Oh, there we go.
And Space Cadet, that's not nice to say.
So that was only a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 square surf. They happen from time to time, don't they?
Well, if your opponent's actually here, that's a real confidence sapper. Getting a player surf from the line of scrimmage, pretty much. Unfortunately, he's not here to have enjoyed that.
Shame, really.
I know, right?
Still, we all did. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, I thought it was very good.
Wait.
You should clip that and upload it to YouTube as a short video.
Yeah.
You
Wait.
ain't gonna, are you?
Oh,
Do you want me to
I
actually write down what turn that was? Does that help you?
It does, actually, yeah. Because I have actually hit record, so it's on the hard drive now. That wasn't a particularly difficult one because it was just hit. The only last little bit was the ability to remember that you needed a player to jump over the back and blitz them from behind. Someone should clip that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've Discord messaged you. Because I know how closely you pay attention to my Discord messages. It's about the same level of attention that you pay to my WhatsApp messages. I.e. none.
That's not fair. I pay attention to some of them occasionally. If clipping it, please could you cut from I'm going to lunch bitch to the 7 square surf? Yeah, we could do that. Woodman Gamer, sorry, yeah. Woodmanger,
Words.
there you go. It's because it's small and it's pink. On my screen, it looks pink.
And it's Christmas, so he's thinking the mangers anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There was something else that someone said, by the way.
Mind you, at the Carol concert, Aldi be there away in a Woodman Gamer. Sorry, Woodman. That's really sorry. I'm so sorry.
So Leazar, do leap and long legs complement each other? Yes, they do. A normal player with leap on a agility 3 is leaping on a 4+. When you've got very long legs, they are leaping on a 3+. So effectively, all the linemen, they can dodge away on a 3+, or they can leap away on a 3+. It does actually sort of effectively give you a little bit more choice as to where you want to try and escape, if that's what you want to do. And it also means the catchers, who are agility 4, leap away on a 2+, as opposed to 3+, because they've got very long legs. One other thing, sorry, Dong, is that someone asked in the chat a few minutes ago, I've never seen a streamer play Undead. Well, we're playing Undead this season, and we're currently 15-2-2, which all the games have been pretty much uploaded to YouTube, so if you want to watch them, there you go, it's a place to go and check it out.
Neck and neck for top spot as well. And I've got to give a shout out to Lil Baz for an absolute classic there. That when Kafusu comes back from his lunch, you can say, sorry you missed the game, mate, but you can watch it on YouTube to see what happened.
I don't think he's going to come back.
No.
Don't you?
No.
Oh dear.
So, right, next turn, what we're going to try and do is surf both of these two, just for why not. So, one will be lying down, hopefully, and one won't be. Never mind.
Very long legs is obviously a very uncommon skill, usually. And leaping in general is also not as common as some other things. So it's nice to have a team that really showcases both.
Yes.
Ben says, when you tell Kafusa to check this back on YouTube, make sure you remind him to like and subscribe. Masterfile, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the program. India the Kitten, thanks you too. I was going to say something else then. What was I going to say? Yes, India the Kitten is sweet, isn't it? So, right, okay. Dear Spider, VGP and Dode, please find attached YouTube video if you could do the necessary. Thank you very much. There.
A couple of interactions with the leaping, by the way. I'm like doing interesting bits. I don't know if there is anybody who actually doesn't know this, but anyway, is leaping is not affected by prehensile tail. So in that sense, if you're leaping and dodging on the same roll, then leaping suddenly becomes better. Leaping, on the other hand, cannot get an automatic reroll as dodge can. So if you have agility access, then getting dodge and dodging is often better than leaping to the same in the same direction. And then finally, tentacles does affect leap the same way as it does dodge. So you have to make that strength check.
Yes, and I think one of the factors why you don't see leap on that many players is probably the most commonly used mutation access team is Chaos and Nurgle. Now you can put long legs on a goat, but you need a double as well for the leap, and I'd say that is your problem. Also, you've only got agility 3, so you're still leaping on a 3+, which isn't desperately reliable. If, however, you get an agility goat who then rolls a double, I would massively recommend for take the agility and then take leap, because then you're into a world of joy that you've got a very mobile player that can leap reliably and then subsequently dodge away. It's absolutely fantastic.
I agree. It's not the leaping, as I see in the chat here now. It's not the leaping that's so uncommon. A lot of elf teams go for the leaping. It's the very long legs together with leaping that's rather uncommon.
Well, yeah, that's my point. That the most popular mutant access teams that can get long legs don't have natural access to agility. I mean, of course, you've got say underworld goblins.
Yeah, but
they've got stunty and dodge built anyway. So your best candidate would be a Pestigore or a Beastman.
Yes,
and they need the double and you know. I did try to make a puss vomit light when I got a double. I took leap and then long legs. The problem is he's such a project player. That's the other issue you've got. That he is largely useless until he gets to, level 5 or 6, and you got to be feeding him touchdowns all the time. So there's also that to consider as well.
Mm-hmm.
Leazar, no, that Minotaur doesn't have a normal tail. That's a prehensile tail, so it subtracts 1 to all dodge rolls made away from his tackle zones. Which is, again, as we're no longer being particularly nice about our opponent because he's trolling us, is a terrible pick for a Minotaur. Should he take Claw? Or even guard, maybe, but that, no. Tentacles is better as well.
Tentacles is another option, but prehensile tail is not. Not really.
Without tackle as well, it just doesn't really do you that much good either.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
And you still have the problem of him standing still. And if the other people get away from him, he has to move, and then he has to blitz, and you never want to really rely on that blitz.
Yeah.
So it's quite useless.
Oh, Killjoy! 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 You got one. Bitch play, suck it. Quite right too. Oh no, I'm getting too into this. I'm being far too unkind for my normal idiom. It's a very long lunch, this, isn't it?
Hmm.
You could have eaten 3 Nando's in this time.
Well, absolutely. I decided that because we caused those 2 casualties, I'm 4 players up, and he's crap, so he won't score. He's not good enough to beat me. He's not good enough.
Leazar asked what the bollocks is a Nando. Nando's is a relatively popular international chain of rotisserie chicken fast food restaurants. Leazar, you ain't missing out, mate. You ain't missing out.
It is a little bit of a shame that our opponent in the last game is being a little bit of a unhelpful soul. But this is the joys of streaming sometimes, I suppose.
Well, the tablets are probably worn off, and he's having a few problems. So. Oh, Leazar, you might enjoy a Nando's then, if you get the opportunity. But it's not particularly mega cheap. It's like posh fast food featuring chicken pieces marinated in a variety of different sauces and then grilled with chips and coleslaw and shit.
Playing this isn't any more enjoyable than watching it. Oh, I'm sorry, Alarak, you're not enjoying yourself?
We're trying up our game, a la carte. We're doing our best with what we've got to work with here, mate.
True. So.
No, posh fast food that are chicken pieces is what I was getting at, Alec.
Still, on a more positive note, you're going to watch Star Wars later. That'll be fun. And if you are enjoying any or some of this show, you can, of course, watch it again on YouTube.
Yeah, enough YouTube.
Enough YouTube. All right, I've only done it once. And last time, someone subscribed.
God.
I have to wait. Yeah, well, I wore black tie last night. And I thought it looked quite smart, actually. It was quite good.
Oh, Didorino asks, are there any guys from the NAF in the channel today? So if you participate in NAF, give Duderino a wave. I'm not sure why exactly he's asking. White Rabbit, no, you mustn't mention YouTube again, link below. That must not be mentioned. We've mentioned YouTube, link below, enough for today. People get annoyed if we keep mentioning YouTube, brackets link below, too much. Link below.
Do you know, I always thought the link was actually above the stream. But
No, it's the link's below, Andy. Thank you for clarifying.
Oh dear, sorry everyone. Sorry, it is become a bit of a meme, hasn't it?
Duderino, probably easiest way is if you hop on Discord, mate, and buzz, or the OCC forums and buzz Hawker a message. He'll sort you out.
I'm not sure Hawker can do it. The person you want to talk to is San, S-A-N-N. His name is Mike Davies, and you can find him on the Facebook NAF page, link below. Sorry, it's just a habit. So yeah, that's how you do it, because that's exactly what he did with me.
Is the NAF face page link below near the YouTube link?
I think it is, because it's just same place.
Is that below? Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, if everyone's all right for me to just not say anything for a minute, I'll find you the link, El Duderino.
White Rabbit suggests that the YouTube link below should be an emote of some sort.
Cool. If someone can work out how to link it below, that'd be great.
Well, Skirametz has already made us all the emotes in anticipation of us getting Twitch partnered, but I'm afraid Twitch have lost the bet, because there was quite good odds on our partnership happening before I got a job, but that's out the window. Bang! Suck it, Twitch. I mean, wonderful service, and please can we be partner. Thank you.
There you go. That's the Facebook link for that. Also, just remind everyone, the actual only place that we currently advertise our stream is actually on our Facebook page, which is, again, there is a link below, but just so everyone can find it easily, I will link it.
Hi, Yep. Yes, he's trolling us, basically. The game wasn't going very well. He was getting a bit antsy, and then declared AFK going for lunch, pause, and then got a bit abusive when Andy unpaused it. So he's basically just trying to troll us, and hope he's enjoying his last ever game of Champs Ladder or any Perpetual League that we know the admins of. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but yes, it is. Oh, and Bork, as an OCC director, can I officially report, I think Kafuso is the coach name, as being a trolling little troll.
Shall I put him on the list? Yes.
Shall we put him on the blacklist that you and I enjoy reading through from time to time? Yes, I think that would be an excellent idea. If you'd like to do the post, I'll put one beneath it going, yes, I agree with Bork, not our sort of chap.
Sure.
Arch Excel says, bitch lunch, is that a hot dog? It's frightfully witty. I tell you what, Pseudonym would have been proud of that one. Arch Excel, I salute you, sir. What a good pun. IFO says, how can Kafuso be mad when his Minotaur's got such a lovely tail as that? I know, right? Fleckenrath, yes, I think that will be happening. It's thankfully it's a minority. I'd say 1 in 100 games we get this sort of nonsense. You might remember such favourites as Condor Drake or Meese, neither of whom can play Champs Ladder anymore. Well, to be honest, as a community, Blood Bowl's pretty decent. Certainly in anything remotely organised. So, yeah, it's normally all right. Leazar asks, do we do any sort of mentorship for rookie players? It's really down to Andy's availability and how kind he's feeling, but we have done for sure.
Yeah, if people want coaching games, I don't specifically charge for them, but if people want to throw me something for doing them, then that's also massively appreciated. But so yes, We do. Yes, I would. What do people want? Oh look, we get to foul the Minotaur. Wouldn't that be a shame?
Oh no! But what about the lovely tail? Don't step on the lovely tail, Andy.
Hang on, I need to make the go for it first.
Oops.
Teach you how to roll out sixes. Aardvark when I can. If I can, once I can learn, then I'll teach you. Don't let anyone die to an AFK opponent. Well, that'll be the plan.
Leazar asked us, Killjoy the bear always growl and roar randomly. He's a bear, mate, so yeah, pretty much. I think it's when he's really, Killjoy's game has really picked up since we started giving him a half-time seal. I mean the aquatic mammal, not that he was leaking and we've patched him up.
Nor was it a seal of approval.
Ah.
Oh, he's really good. See what he did there.
Oh, hang on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I just need to interrupt you. Pathless Taken wants me to give you all a story. So...
Oh, can you tell us the one about how on Thursdays the bin men come round and how you had to put the bin out?
That's Friday. That's Friday. Oh, I can tell you about how annoyed my missus was last weekend when I forgot to put the bin out because I was in a little bit of a rush for work. I could tell you all that.
Can you feel the anticipation?
Bits for not telling you all a story. No, I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. Oh dear.
Dear me.
Can I tell you all the Meadowhall one again? Maybe. If I could remember it. Oh dear.
Bass says no spoilers for Star Wars, Andy, but Ray turns out to be a bloke. Well, he's got a very sweet smile nonetheless. So, you know, can't take that away from him, can you? Yes, I'm not telling you about the interview. That's a bit dry, mate. But thanks for taking an interest. I guess I could. The short version is it went well. That's about all that there is to say about it.
Maybe he's just thinking. But maybe he is just thinking, and he's just not very good at thinking. So it takes him a long time, and then he really runs out of time. And then because I've moved all the board around, he then has to think start beginning.
He's not. He's sat here watching you, going, "Ha this will learn you. Ha ha, I win."
And I'm like, yeah, I hate winning 4-1. Absolutely hate it.
I mean, if he were playing against someone who isn't streaming, you might say, oh well, perhaps he gets bored after a while, and that'll really teach him being bored. But you've got all this lovely chat, and you won't get bored here, will you?
Nope.
Well, not many of the opponents tune in. Probably 1 in 4. Leah's asked, "Do we have favourite food?" Zunk and Andy.
Oh my word!
Probably as a food stuff, I'm particularly keen on curry. And Leah's are what Andy's about to say will make you regret asking the question. Don't say you weren't.
Wow.
Hi, Fuff. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the show. Rachel, thanks you too. Andrew, yes, he's asked, so you can mention it. You've brought this on yourself, Leazar. Go.
Well, one of my favourite foods is pizza. It's fairly innocuous as a pizza, but I quite like tuna pizza with a little bit of chicken on, and then some mayonnaise to dunk it in, and it's spectacular. If you like pizza, you should try it too.
Absolutely terrible.
Oh dear.
Aaron Tuck suggests cat food pizza. It's about the same, isn't it? Yeah, Leazar, we warned you. BZL, thank you for that top emote work there, by the way, buddy. Are you personal friends with Matto? I'm just thinking Matto. Haven't seen Matto for a bit recently, by the way. Is he still around?
He's probably shouting at someone, isn't he?
I don't know, the trees, the clouds, whatever.
So yeah. Anyway,
Dr. Nick, you didn't realise the full horror of the scenario. Oh yeah, this is doused in mayonnaise as well. Absolutely.
no, right? No, it's not doused in mayonnaise. So you have your pizza, you put it on your plate, you chop it up, with a little roller cutter thing, and you make sure that when you've ordered it from somewhere, it's got extra sauce and extra cheese on it, because that's important in this story. And then what you do is you have a little bottle of squeezy mayonnaise, which is obviously being kept in the fridge. None of this stuff about leaving it in the cupboard, like people, heathens. And then you dunk each pizza slice into the mayonnaise, so make sure you've got mayonnaise on every single bite. That is how you eat it.
Where do you normally keep the bucket to throw it up immediately afterwards? Just to one side?
I can't believe you lot don't like it. There must be someone who likes this idea.
Hyperpup recommends that you should send Kafuso the greeting of tell him his team name unironically.
Grimhammer never needed that clarification. Well, you got it.
I'm not opposed to tuna on pizza, generally speaking, but that mayonnaise business, no.
It honestly, it's really good. It's really it's other than the one person who's going to go, I've tried it, I don't like it. It is really good. There's 3 people who've tried it. My missus has tried it, she eats it, and my old housemates have tried it, and they both eat it. It's nice.
She doesn't. It was the second date, and she was on best behaviour and didn't want to put you off by saying, yes, that was really quite interesting, is what happened. It's not an endorsement. That's somebody tolerating it.
No. It's good. But you just made me think of something quite interesting there, Zonk. What is the most interesting or bizarre thing that someone's had to tolerate on a first date? Has anyone got any funny first date stories? I was just thinking about that because I've got a couple of weird ones. But has anyone got any funny first date stories?
I daren't even go there because it will get memed and emoji within half an hour. So no, I've nothing.
Frankfurt had to go to Nando's. Well, it's Frankfurt's first date. I'm surprised you haven't married her, Frank. Godvark, if you've got an amusing story, now is the time.
Oh, answering the phone during a film, that is right out, absolutely.
I don't know. I'd be like, I'm really sorry, I'm in a movie. Like say it's your mum. I'm really sorry, I'm at the movies. I mean, why she didn't know you're on a date, I don't know. But I'll be right back. I'll call you back. But you're right. You should just switch it off.
Well, you just text her back. I'm at a film, bitch. That's quite popular, isn't it?
Grimhammer said the first time he took his wife on a date, they went to see Zombieland, and turns out she's terrified of zombies. Well, it obviously went well because the word wife was in that sentence.
Back of the net, Grimhammer. Well played.
You must have it where it counts, kid.
No, that's not what I meant. Oh, honestly, you've dragged things down to the gutter, haven't you?
Oh dear.
Killjoy, nothing wrong with that, mate. There's lots of really fun times to be at in Amsterdam, isn't there? Really should go to Amsterdam again.
Aardvark, tell me that's not actually true. You have made that up, right?
Just
that is
marriage.
nightmare material.
The King of Vitten, are you splitting your emojis there from different streamers?
Is it just me, or does the one with the tentacles look like Shane Warne?
Don't we all, Frank? What gets me though about the Amsterdam thing is that I'm pretty sure in England, I mean, I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure my mental image of that sort of thing in England is that they're all really unattractive, whereas in Amsterdam, pretty much everyone is attractive, unless you're going for a specific niche of thing that you want.
Well, never mind that, and it's a bit of a minefield. I'd like to draw attention to Arvax. Now this is an anecdote, Andy. Pay attention. Aardvark, this is a real page turner. I'm gripped. Dr. Nick says not plastic enough for Shane Warne these days. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Didn't Shane Warne start dating Liz Hurley? How the hell did he manage that? 'Cause she's still fit. I suppose it would be Liz what first attracted you to multi-millionaire cricketer Shane Warne. Could be that. I can't wait to see how Aardvark's story turns out. Have you read that?
Not yet.
I'll read it to you. So Aardvark says, so my friend was living with his girlfriend in uni. One night he got absolutely hammered and went back to her room drunk. She told him to sleep on the floor because he was so wasted. Halfway through the night he wakes up, still drunk, needs a poo. The best thing is, his still drunk mind could come up with was do it on the floor. So he's squatting down, curling one out. The lights come on and his girlfriend's watching him. Part 2 incoming. Haggis McMuffin, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for the follow. Your opponent going AFK does rather take some of the drama. Oh, got one. Killjoy, you're on fire. What you need, Killjoy, is opponents who aren't watching, and then you just rip them up. Just learn hurts. Leah's asked, worst food I've ever tried. Chicken and tuna pizza's right up there, mate. It really is. I'd say that and tripe in white sauce with onions is pretty bad. That was quite hard work.
Oh, we could have scored a Killjoy and then he would have levelled.
No.
Don't worry, he'll get the MVP.
Well, it deserves it.
He does.
Leozar wants to know what the hell tripe is. It's a type of dog food.
No, it really isn't. Tripe is cows' intestines. It is just in all ways awful. What it looks like is slightly undercooked pasta, and this is typically served in a white sauce. So it looks like a passing resemblance to a carbonara at a distance. But Statements has nailed it. Awful and awful is basically the same thing. Synergy, yeah, it's cow's stomach, intestine, same thing. Cow's abdomen. Well, it's an old-fashioned thing that I'm guessing folks used to eat back in days when times were hard. Well, haggis is better, although the ingredients are quite stomach-turning. See what I did there? The fact that it's got other stuff in it, haggis is actually okay. Rukan, thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the programme.
Hello to Kariyoshi. How's the team coming along? Well, we got a 3-4-1 win, so it's coming along quite nicely, actually. Our opponent turned out to be a bit of a twat, so...
Well, Kafuso's busy guarding a bridge somewhere, stopping goats crossing it.
There it is, part 2. Where? Where is it? Part 2, where?
I didn't see it either.
No.
Paste error, Aardvac. Paste error.
There is no part.
Oh, it might be too long. It's worth it, buddy. Everybody's gagging to know how this turns out. Okay, so in his still waiting state, this is the lights just gone on the girlfriend standing there. The best he can think of is run. So he runs, poo still on his hands as he makes a dash for the door. But drunk people aren't very stable. So his hands support him as he rubs it across the wall, door, floor, and bed. He runs all the way to the shared uni toilet, a brand smear on the wall as he goes. Girlfriend eventually finds him in the toilet where he's finished. The girlfriend had to clear all the poo from her room to the toilet. And then they remained together after 3 weeks. What a guy! Legend! Aardvac, congratulations. You win Anecdote of the Month award and no mistake. Pseudonym's going to be sick as a chip, but mate, that is absolutely legendary. Thank you very much. That's an excellent story. Andy, you've gone all quiet. Aardvac says this was his friend, right? Just roll with it, Frank. Roll with it.
Yeah.
You see, what would also need to take the Cafuso is I'm supposed to take our mum shopping this afternoon. So she's going to be, oh, where have you been? And it's like, well, ma'am, there was this kid called Cafuso. And then she's... Andy, stop typing. That's not helpful. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it now. Oh, God, please remember to like and subscribe. Too much. Aardvac, are you around tomorrow afternoon for tomorrow's show? Because any more like that, buddy. We don't have time for turn 16 foul, do we? Really need to score instead. Oh, choices. Oh, Aardvac, I look forward to the next episode in your mate's life. You know. Who's the player in the furry hat? That's a blitzer. That's Zero Wolf.
The blitzers are more difficult to score with, so I thought I'll put points on them while I've got the opportunity.
They also really benefit from star player point development as well. You can kind of wing it with the linemen being fodder to an extent, but the blitzers are absolutely key. Well, Alark, to be fair, the game was going pretty damn well before he went AFK. More cynical person might imagine that that's why he went AFK, but, you know, who are we to judge? Cat's just, he won't give up. He sat on the keyboard and is now sort of pushing his head into my neck. This is Cat way of saying, turn the heating up, you tight bastard, I'm cold.
It's also the last warning before the stream suddenly goes offline.
yeah, Sunk, hello.
No, the stream all happens at Andy's end, mate. You'd just lose me. I have had that happen before. That whilst sitting on top of the computer, the on-off switch is on top of the computer, and he's trodden on it, so that the PC's rebooted. We've also had fall off top of PC, and the monitor sits in front of it on a pile of DVD-sized game boxes. So he's fallen on the monitor, causing it to crash forwards, knocking over the lamp that's behind it, and that's happened more than once. We've discussed previously on the show how cats are meant to be delicate, agile little creatures. Not so much this one.
Well, they are. Your monitor is not.
No, this one. Well, have you seen the artwork that's in the precursor to the show? There's a big black cat, think Bubbles, claw pom. That's Tuco. Scud has met Tuco the cat on 2 occasions and captured his essence rather well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dudorino came to see me a couple of weeks ago and very thoughtfully brought Kentucky Fried Rat round. So, of course, the cat's there, immediately clocking that Dudorino doesn't like cats, and then spends the next half an hour trying to get his chicken off him. Now, Dudorino, and he won't be upset me saying this, is 250 pounds of martial arts trained skinhead, and he wasn't winning. The funniest thing, when our mum comes round, she'll sometimes come round on a Friday that I'll pop a film on, we'll get a takeaway. So she's sitting there with a Chinese on a tray. It's 86. The cat comes up, and so the cat's all, oh, brilliant Chinese, give us a bit. And she's, no, Tuco, no. And the cat's just out the way, old woman.
Yeah, no chance.
Well, I tried to reassure her that he probably couldn't eat it all. But we've had Andy round before. We often get curry, and this is how we discovered that the cat will eat chicken vindaloo. That bit of curry left on the side. Came into the kitchen to make a coffee to find the cat's chuffing it. Chicken vindaloo, fuck's sake. Dudorino, that's not fear, that's wisdom, mate. There's an emote of me that's very popular that actually we'll be using as one of our emotes when we get partnered, but it's my Discord avatar is a picture of me, I think. Is it?
Is it?
Oh no, I changed it to the Chaos Warrior one. It's one Scud made for me. It is on one. It's on UK Bubble or OCC, one of the two, I think. Some BZL, you've got the Zunk emote, haven't you? BZL, please could you demonstrate the Zunk emote Matto made for Leo's our buddy. Thank you, BZL. There you go. That's me. There is also, actually, somewhere buried in the YouTube videos, brackets, link below, close brackets, we've had outside broadcasts of the show when Andy's been around at my place. So I'm in those videos. I want to say the Vamps one's got some of the outside broadcast.
Yes. Yes, it has.
The way you can tell very quickly is from the thumbnails that it's in a room that isn't the one Andy's currently in with the curtains and that. Andy, where's the Sauron gone, by the way? I've just noticed.
It's offline. It's having an eye bath. And that, of course, isn't an iPod. It's...
So what happens now the timer's stopped?
I think, and there's a couple of people in the chat think it as well, that his turn timer is now ticking down. It is an annoying one.
Yeah, for picking the player to go under the high kick. So
he probably gets 3 minutes to do that.
One. Very long.
Yeah, I think bite-sized center's right. Yeah. Oh well. Well, that's a bagload of that's a bagload of star play points.
God. And now it's a touchback. Oh, it's alright, you're going to get 15 seconds for this.
Nori, ciao bello. Yes, indeed. I have finally got a bloody job, mate. Start towards the end of January.
Yeah. Just to plug it again for the third time today, on Thursday evening we're having all of the Champ Ladder admins into voice comms, and we're looking at all the different rule changes that potentially could be done. One of the ones that's come up is making the game 2-minute turns, but then adding a load of thinking time in as well. What that would do is, in situations like this, instead of having to wait 3 minutes, we'd only have to wait 2, or they'd actually have to not be AFK. So come along, give us your thoughts next Thursday. There also might be a secret special super guest, which we can't release just yet.
We're also trying to get a bunch of the other streamers to come and join us, as we reckon that this topic is probably most people are interested in. So
Thinking time, you mean like you press the buttons and you get 30 extra seconds, but you only have so many button presses for the whole game?
Yes. So the way that it might work, for example, is because you get 8 turns of 3 minutes in this, so that's you get 24 minutes. You might get 8 turns of 2 minutes and an 8-minute thinking time and buffer. So if you want to do something really complicated in a turn, you can take a lot longer on one turn, but overall you get the same amount of time. But yeah, that can be. You might get a 4-minute thinking timer, so overall the games run a little bit quicker. I don't know. It's what do people want? So it's
babbling now and not selling it. Tune in on Thursday, folks. It's going to be good.
I really like that idea, but I'm wondering how that's something that requires a little bit more work from Cyanide than just changing a variable somewhere. So
Nuamto, if it'll get you watching, mate, yes, that's going to happen as well.
I mean, it's good if you have all the people from the league there, etc. And I have no idea what they're prepared to add. So might well be something like that, and would be great, I think.
Yeah.
The key thing is whatever is discussed on Thursday, and this is really a follow-on from Dode visiting Sage and our streams this last week, is coming back with some further updates as to what is being proposed, partly to get your feedback, but partly to share information as to what they're thinking about. And this is
Yes.
official stuff with Cyanide's ear, so it's not just whistling in the wind.
No, I agree.
Ben LT asks, I wonder if Kafuso is going to be genuinely surprised when he gets back with his napkin mopping the sandwich crumbs from his chums. Go, oh, the game's ended.
Indeed.
And we get levels.
Do get levels.
Glasshammer gets the MVP. Glasshammer, the wounded player, but the one with the skill.
Yeah. Right. So, how many star player points did we pick up on that one? Let's have a quick look. Star player points, 14 plus another 9. That's 23. It's pretty good. Solid. Decent haul.
So what's that make the record now?
4-1-2.
Ah, it's disappointing.
Yes. Right. Level up. What we got? I think I'll have another block blitzer. So I've actually got 2. State Mittens already has dodge, 2nd level. Well, I quite like the idea of block, and I quite like the idea of sure hands. I do feel a lot like I'm making this up as I go along. What do people think? 2nd skill for a catcher. I think block, because blodge is great. I also can see value in sure hands for going to fetch the ball, or when the ball is on the floor, having a re-roll to pick it up with.
Sure hands is strong, but block trumps it for me. Yeah, and Lark says it gives him a fighting chance. He might survive. Frank, no. Wrestle, no, because he's often going to be holding the ball, though I think he might be kidding. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I actually like sure hands.
I mean, I strongly suspect unless he rolls a double, which probably would be guard, it'll be block and short hands or short hands and block. I suspect. But I'm just interested to see what the stream say. There's a lot of people loving block.
Yes.
Yeah, block. Shadowing, he's not really fast enough, Pathless Taken. Though, again, I'm not sure if you're just kidding. For shadowing, you really want a very fast player, ideally with tackle and maybe diving tackle to be a real pain in the arse. It's very much a project player. It's why you hardly ever see it. It's a chosen skill.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with block. Bennett says something good there. Block is more valuable than a reroll on a 2+, surely. It's more for when the ball is in a tackle zone, so it's a rerollable 3+. And I'm thinking of sure hands as an offensive skill, not as a defensive skill. Scoring is reasonably okay for this slot, but yeah.
Exactly. The sure hand it's the same as with leaping elves, like crow elves or high elves at high TV. If you have that sure hands player who can come in after you pop the ball loose and have a reasonable chance of picking it up even in 1 or 2 tackle zones, that can win you games.
Yeah, I mean certainly those plays happen anyway. It just makes them a little bit less risky.
Yeah, well, we did it again. We did it twice this game before opponent AFK'd. The catcher leaps in, tries to pick it up, walks out again, and yeah. Will I be buying another blitzer at this stage? No, I'm going to keep the 110k. Now, something to bear in mind, which is because our record is a relatively positive one. TV Plus means that we're going to start playing uphill more and more. So I don't want to be playing uphill and playing a 1500 or a 1600 team with this, so I don't add in extra TV to it. What I also want to do is the next lineman that now levels is going to take Dirty Player, because again, if we're playing uphill, I've got a Dirty Player, I can get a bribe for free, or I can get a bribe with the first 100k. Wizard is probably better at 150, and if you're playing up to 250, then I'll have both. So there we go. Right, that for me is everything for this week. Any last words from you?